Hello, hi, welcome back to Adventures in Music with me, Jim, where we listen to, talk about, and do all sorts of things music-y. Now, I know it's the beginning of April. We have got the album of the month to nominate, which we'll probably get around to doing tomorrow or maybe the day after. But I was having a bit of a thought, and I think the time has come to start thinking about the direction the channel is going and some of the things that we're listening to, talking about, and doing. I had a bit of a revelation the other day. By accident, I was on Spotify, which is not a usual place for me to hang out, but I was on there trying to tend to a playlist that I created a long time ago. And I clicked the wrong thing on there and ended up looking at a top 50 chart of the UK. So what is the most listened to music at the minute in the UK? I thought, oh, well, I don't recognise these. What's all this music? So if I just quickly run through maybe the first sort of, I don't know, 10 or 15 of these, see what you know of this. It's so it starts off as the most listened to track today in the UK is a song called Ordinary by Alex Warren. I've never heard of it before. Then we have Pink Pony Club by Chapel Roan. That's So True by Gracie Abrams. Apt by Rosé with Bruno Mars. Messy by Lola Young. Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. Now, I've heard of Billie Eilish, but I don't know her music. Then something called Anxiety by Doechii. No, that's it, Doechii. What's that? Die With a Smile. Lady Gaga. I've heard of Lady Gaga. She wore a dress made of meat, didn't she, or something? That's about as much as I know of Lady Gaga. And she's doing something with Bruno Mars. So Bruno Mars is on here twice. Sailor Song by Gigi Perez. Sports Car by Tate McRae. Chapel Roan's in here again. Sabrina Carpenter. Benson Boone. Sabrina Carpenter. Alex Warren. Chapel Roan. Drake. I've heard of Drake. Don't know anything about him. Wiz the Mook, Bees and Honey. Ariana Grande. And so it goes on and on and on and on. And I think, I don't know this music. So call myself a music fan. This channel is called Adventures in Music. It's how adventurous are we if we sort of completely ignore all this music? I thought, okay, maybe we're being a little bit sort of disingenuous and a bit unfair here because we're listening to something that's completely new. Let's cast the net back further. Let's have a look at what have been the best-selling tracks of the 20th century, or the 21st century, so since the 2000s. And so I've been onto Wikipedia. I'm not sure if this is UK or if it's international. I think it's UK. So the best-selling song of the 2000s is called Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. So obviously I know Ed Sheeran. I don't think I know the song. Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. So I've heard of both of those people. Pharrell Williams of Happy. I know that song. That's quite a cool song. Ed Sheeran again. Drake. Clean Bandit featuring Jess Glynn. Justin Bieber. John Legend, Justin Bieber. Adele. Avicii. Hosier. Robin Thicke featuring T.I. and Pharrell. Omi, Louis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee and Justin Bieber. Adele. Justin Bieber. Passenger. Daft Punk. Oh yeah, Get Lucky. Everyone knows that. Will Young. Sire. Maroon 5 featuring Christina Aguilera. Goatee. The Killers. Mr. Brightside. Okay, that's a song everybody knows, even me. We've got Sex on Fire by the Kings of Leon. So there's a few sort of bands, few little bits and pieces in there that I know. That's 30 tracks I've just sort of flicked through. I'd say I'd probably know 4 out of that 30. So what's that about, I think it's time for us to look away from where we've been focusing. We've got all this. We've got this classic rock, prog metal, classic metal, progressive metally rock, fusion, jazz, avant-garde. electronica. So there's a lot of music here, but I fear we're getting a little bit stuck in our ways and not very adventurous. Why are we ignoring this huge raft of music that's there? Um, I think we're doing ourselves an absolute disservice, and certainly I'm doing myself a disservice by not listening to it. And I call myself a music fan, and I don't know this stuff. It's a bit shocking, isn't it? And none of it's old. It's all sort of quite up to date, and lots of other people are listening to it. What am I? What am I? Why am I not? So I think I owe it to myself, and I think I owe it to you, the discerning music fan, to go on a bit of a journey where we listen to what is essentially this modern music. But there's another sort of couple of strings to this I want to sort of bring in. It's not just this music. There's other forms of music that we just do not listen to. Having had a little bit of exposure to some of the Japanese metal and rock that we've done over the last few months, I suddenly realised there's a whole scene there of music that I know nothing about, and that's J-pop. I mean, do you? And as I say, we call ourselves adventurers, yet we don't dip our toes into the J-pop waters or hop across the water a little bit and we get to Korea. What about K-pop? I know nothing of it at all, and I think it's unfair to certainly to me and to my musical um, soup that I have going on up here that I don't have this music in there. So we've had a good run. We've been listening to a lot of prog, metal, classic rock, as I say. I think it's time to pivot. I think the channel has probably run its course, and we now need to start thinking about some of this other music. I know there's a lot of very adventurous listeners out there who are part of the channel, and I'm sure you'll come with me. And I think it's going to be a very exciting journey. So, as I say, we've had a good run. Start thinking about what you'd like to be as album of the month for April. As I say, we are right at the beginning, and we have got a few weeks to go, obviously, till we get to the end. But today, obviously, being April the 1st, we need to start thinking now about what it is we need to be listening to at the end of the month. What else do we need to have on the channel? There's another genre which I've not really sort of got into very much, country. I don't know anything about that at all. So bring along your suggestions for country, for J-pop, K-pop, for modern popular music that we just do not listen to, because that is the future of the channel. And I think that together we can really sort of get on board and find something quite exciting here, and something niche, and something that really needs to be explored further. I hope to see you on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. And until then, this is Jim, over and out.